Hey everyone, this is Alex or PolymomoTea, and today I have a video showing you how to color shrink plastic charms, and I'll be using UV resin with glitters, crushed shells, craft, pigment, and PearlEx powders, and I have basic outlines of fish, and this is a charm of some of the coloring I do. As you can see, there's crushed shells and glitter, and then PearlEx in the background, and it has a really cool effect. So instead of using like different ways to color before you bake, I'm going to show how to color after. And this is in collaboration with Abby from Atelier Lorien, and she'll be showing you how to make shrink plastic colorings with chalk pastels, and they're so beautiful. You should definitely check them out. So materials you're going to need are some shrink plastic outlines already baked, some crushed shells, fine glitters, not so fine glitter, UV resin, craft pigment, and PearlEx powder. So here I'm starting with this goldfish, and I think this effect looks really cool with goldfish. So here I'm taking some UV resin and I'm coloring in like the cap part of the fat part of the head, because this is supposed to be a red cap goldfish, one of those like fancy ones, and I'm just coloring it with, or filling it with UV resin, and then I'm filling it with crushed shells, and here's some orange crushed shells. I'm just kind of applying it to where the UV resin is. Then I'm just putting some more UV resin all over the body, and then I'm gonna be putting some not so fine glitters, so just regular hexagon glitters, just filling up the little UV resin spots, and I'm putting that in the UV lamp for like 2-3 minutes, and it should look like this. As you can see, this is like it looks pretty cool colored partially. And then what I'm gonna do after this is I'm mixing in some UV resin with PearlEx powder, mixing it up, and I'm just going to be filling out the outline of the goldfish with this combination. So with that goldfish, it didn't really show me using fine glitter, so here I'm using a koi fish, which I'm going to be doing the same thing with the crushed shells, and I'm letting it cure under the UV lamp. And then I'll be mixing a combination of UV resin with orange and yellow fine glitters, and I'm just kind of filling it over the crushed shells, because the crushed shells actually have a little bit of space between them so you can see through it. So I'm just covering it up with the glitters, and I'm letting it spread a little bit more and letting that cure, and it looks like this, and it looks really cool because it kind of spreads out. And then you want to fill it with your white PearlEx pigments, and then you just want to dome it on both sides. And there you can just kind of experiment with the different mediums that you want to use. But I find that using glitters and PearlEx is a really cool substitute if you don't want to be like coloring in, or if you don't have pastels. And it looks like this. So here are some like big capped, like red cap goldfish I have, and I experimented with the different glitters because you have the hexagons and then the shells on top. And then here's like a big cheeked one, which I have like the fine glitters coming out of the crushed shells. Then here's my koi, and as you can see, the glitters kind of spread out over the shells. It looks really cool. And then I have a black moor goldfish, and I experimented with black glitters. And then here I have a jellyfish where I experimented with glitters and fine glitters and made a gradient. And it's like a really interesting project to color with glitters instead of with like color pencils and markers. Please check out Abby's awesome video on how to do pastels on shrink plastic, because it has the coolest gradient effect, and I definitely want to watch it because I want to do her technique as well. So don't forget to watch that. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to check out my last tutorial, which is a jellyfish tutorial. Thank you.